Well, that seems to be cooking pretty good right now. So far, so good. Seems to be working. Well, I guess we'll check in on it a little bit later. Hopefully we'll get some point we'll be getting some gas. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, well, here's kind of an update. We're about 3 hours in. I haven't had a humongous fire just because the wind's going pretty good today, and I just, want to be safe. Still doing a pretty good job cooking. I've got quite a bit of moisture coming off. I didn't seal it up very well, as you can see. I'll have to probably fix that the next go around. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it sounds like the wood's boiling. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Maybe that's a little better. So there must be quite a bit of moisture in there, I'm assuming. That's what it is. It's kind of, first time I've kind of got this going, so I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go. And I ended up adding some tin around the side just to kind of give it a little bit of a windbreak and just kind of for a little bit more protection. Trying to be real safe with it. I don't like wildfires. But it seems to be rolling pretty well. Like I said, there's a lot of liquid coming off of it. So that's interesting. All right, well, I'll give you another update when things change. All right, so we're about 5 hours into it now. Still smoking. I had to pull out the coals. I was running out of room. Feeding wood, I think the area that I've got is probably a little too small for this. Probably needs to be a little bit bigger, but once again, with the wind the way it was, I wanted to kind of make sure that it was nice and contained. But I like safety. I don't like to burn the woods. The fire is extremely warm. My metal bars or flat stock that I have under there, that's 1.25 inches by 3/8, so it's definitely not small whatsoever. And you can see back in the back, you can see where it's kind of bowed up a little bit. The front one's doing a little bit of it as well. So it's definitely pretty warm. I'm still dripping like crazy. Evidently this pine maybe was extremely wet. I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of my first rodeo. So, this is kind of new to me. So we'll see how it works. Still getting at it. I just checked to see if there was any fumes coming off, but it's just still moisture at this point. Obviously, as you can see, it dripping, just running down. It's just like someone's turned on a faucet. I mean, it's crazy. Still sounds like it's boiling inside. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to look forward to seeing how all this works out. So, all right, I'll keep you posted as we go. Thanks. All right, well, here's another update. We are about 8 o'clock, so we've been going at this for about 8 hours. It's been cooking about 8 hours. I haven't been sitting here the whole time. Still have a lot of moisture coming out, so I think my biggest issue is with this batch, the wood was just too wet. And I think it's caused a lot of the other kind of issues that I've had, which is I've had to clean it out a couple of times because it just got too many coals and I didn't have room to put wood in again. So I do have charcoal, but it's more from the fire than it is from anything else. I think that doing this again, I will probably move this section of tin back, maybe another foot, and open this up a little bit more so I can get to dig the coals out of the back a little easier, because that was the challenge, because kind of had to almost clean it all the way out to get to the coals back here in the very back. But it's still smoking, it's still cooking. The smell has changed from, cooked wood to kind of more of a, creosote-y, kind of. I think we're about to that point to where it's about to change. That's kind of my hope. Fingers crossed. This has been a learning process. I've learned how not to make a light bulb. I think if I do it again, I will definitely make sure I've got much drier wood. And I think that will solve a lot of my having it cook all day. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not done yet. We're going to push on through and see where we are. Well, it's 9 o'clock and I think I'm pretty well about the point where I'm not going to be doing a whole lot more. We've still got smoke coming out the top, still white. Still dripping quite a bit. So I think the moral of the story is make sure your wood is really, really dry. So I'm going to kind of let this just die out, and we'll give it a go. Try to see if we can finish cooking it tomorrow. No, that's not the right way I want to do it. I'd like to get it all done one time, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, right? All right, well, we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. All right, so here we are on day 2 of experiment number 1. Just now getting the fire going. I did open up the back some, just to kind of give it a little bit more ease. I can take that out and kind of dig out some of the coals back there if I need to. Hopefully I won't. Hopefully things will be a little bit better going today. Kind of looking forward to seeing how all this works. I've kind of tempted to open it up this morning, but decided against it. Just want to get it done right. We're already getting a little bit of smoke out of the top, so hopefully this will be, we'll finish it up today and see what we come up with. But definitely need drier wood. I think that's the key, versus what I put in there. I think was probably a little bit on the wet side. So hey, learn how not to make a light bulb. Well, it's about 6:30 and we have liftoff. So been kind of waiting on this for 2 days now. So here we go. We got it going. I'm excited. I guess we'll have charcoal tomorrow, or we'll have dust. Who knows? I guess you'll have to stay tuned. All right, here we are. Morning of day 3. It's like the never-ending saga, right? Well, I think all good sagas are 3 parts. So there we go. Today's the 3rd part. Anyway, gonna clean this off, clean it up, and then we'll open her up, see what we got in there. All right, I'm excited. All right, well, open it up, and as you can see, we do not have charcoal. It's really super dry right now. So my 2 options are just deal with the wood as it is, which I don't really want to, or go ahead and fire back one more time. And I don't know. I think we're gonna fire it back up again, and today, maybe today's the day, right? Like I said, it's super dry right now. And then we cook it again. I probably just didn't let it go long enough yesterday. I don't know, kind of disappointed, but I think the big issue was it wasn't dry good enough when I put it in here. So hey, you know, that huge learning lesson. So we're gonna put it all back together and you know, fire back up. Well, it's 7:30 on day 3. Got a nice flame coming out of it tonight. Although there was a flame coming out of it last night. Looked different though. This is a little more streamlined. I think we got something this time. I think we're done. I'm done. Either way, it's kind of where I'm at with it. Learned how the hard way to make charcoal. That's what I learned. I learned how to make it the hard way. So, but either way, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to have something here. Had a pretty nice fire going most of the day. Got some tools made, so it wasn't a complete waste of day. And you know, I've got a nice batch of charcoal regardless. So we'll see how this thing turns out in the morning. It'll probably be tomorrow afternoon before I can get to it to see where we are. But I think I'm finally, you know, I think we finally have it this time. But we'll see tomorrow. All right, so we had a couple of days of cool down, and I'm getting ready to open it up. And cross your fingers, folks. We'll see what we got. Well, after all that, looks like I did not get a complete burn. I'm not sure what it looks like on back towards the back. We'll dig it out and see what we got. I think definitely, you know, my wood was too wet. So, but hey, you know, we'll see what we got. Did make quite a bit of charcoal, so I got that going for me. But let's see what we got. Let's dig in through here some. Well, to be honest with you, I was really kind of disappointed when I first opened it up, saw that just dry wood. But the more I got into it, I mean, it's got some really nice charcoal. I would probably say about half of it charcoal, rest of it's really dry wood. I'll use it. Hey, it ain't going to waste. It's going to be nice and dry. It won't take long for it to go ahead and turn. But I got about half of it out of charcoal, so I learned something. Hopefully you've learned something, so you don't have to learn it the way I did. So hopefully it's beneficial to you. I'm going to finish cleaning this up, and I'm going to grab a bite to eat, and I'm jumping on the forge. I'm ready to go. Hope y'all have a great one. Thanks for watching. And if you got some advice, please, share down there in the bottom. Like, give me a comment. Feel free to subscribe. Hopefully it was entertaining anyway. Until next time, y'all.